In this universe.
In this galaxy.
In this world.
Beneath the influencer clouds.
Over the viral video fields.
Off the information superhighway.
There are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering.
More opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear.
We're here. We're back.
Yeah, after 2 weeks, and only one person cares. Bye, everyone.
We're out. Fuck it.
We failed.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
That I could use them if I asked. So
Huh?
you told me I could use them if I asked, so I'm going to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
State shoes?
Yeah. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, have fun. Don't get any bitches pregnant.
I don't think I'll be gone long.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
No drama today. Sorry to disappoint.
I'm sure he'll be back.
I don't think so. No, he's going to head down to the Festival. So, yeah, I'm going to go watch some of that. It's Tabor's 120th birthday today. So there's some live bands playing and whatnot and festivities for all that I'm happy to avoid. And it's funny, when I'm on the stage, I like being in the crowd because I'm kind of away from people. But to be right in, like, especially a festival like that, like, but I like concerts. I'm an enigma wrapped up in a riddle. I don't know. Anyways.
I like public stuff with people, but without the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever the show gets big and we're multi-gazillionaires, I'm just going to rent famous musicians just to do private shows. Then no one else has to be around.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That reminds me of a saying from Married with Children where Al said, you know, this wouldn't be such a bad job if people didn't come in here. And he's
Fair
right.
enough.
Yeah. Hey, Casey.
Hello, Casey. Why is that? Oh, I screwed it all up.
Casey is reviewing stuff on the Sega CD right now. So for the Costco of video game reviews, you go to Casey is Raw, linked in the description below. He did a under 5-hour live stream on Saturday. I guess he's getting old and tired. And there's Dr. Nick, you suck. Okay. He's got to get that out of the way.
Good comeback. Great. I get creative when I burn you and you're like, hey, Dr. Nick, you suck.
What? Yeah, we got to give Casey pointers. Casey, if you're going to burn Dr. Nick from the chat, you got to do something like, I've got 8 video games loaded up in my butthole to fire at your dumbass face, or something like that, you know?
Like, yeah, every time, like, for the most part, like, the other day it was a quick in and out giggity because we were rehearsing. But I think the one time I said, like, you shove video games up your ass and hum the theme to Zelda while jerking off dressed as Princess Leia. Like, come on, get inventive. Yeah.
That sounds more like a fantasy you have of Casey. It's very specific.
No, if it were Casey, I would have said Jabba the Hutt. Just saying.
Ho.
Me that the Wookiee nipple pinching, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we're going to start her off. 20 blockbusters that failed.
Oh, yeah.
This was awful. Like, it was so bad. Like, I don't even know, like, it was like one of those, what are they even trying to do movies, you know? Like, it wasn't even in, like, the realm of anything, if that even makes sense for me to say it like that. Right?
Yeah, it was garbage.
Awful. Catwoman, awful.
Yeah, nothing could save that movie.
Not even a cameo from Alex.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 on Super NES. Is that like the Turtles in Time or the arcade version? I really like the arcade one. That was a lot of fun. I remember playing that at Wayne's store.
I'm pretty sure number 4 is Turtles in Time. That one was pretty good.
Turtles in Time was a blast. Yep. 100% agree.
One of my best friends from when I was a kid, Dustin, he had that game and he played that all the time. And when he beat or finished games, he always said that he rapped the games, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, rapped.
Yeah, it is Turtles in Time. Nice.
Cowboys and Aliens. I never watched this, had no interest in it.
I enjoyed it. I've seen it twice.
Okay. Yeah. Now it says that it's a flop. So it made 174.8 million worldwide, but it cost 163 million to make. Like, oh, it only made $10 million. Like, thanks, Casey, for the like. We appreciate it.
And hello to Frank. And since I should catch up on the hellos and intros, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so it's going to take me a minute. We'll start with the person who was almost always here first, our good, great, reliable friend, Ryan the Redneck.
You gonna squeal like a pig, boy.
And an old school Casey intro.
Have you seen my wiener?
And of course, to keep it rolling, a short one, giggity from Frank.
Booga booga!
You got to make one for old man Lissick because he's here again. Hello, Chadney.
Hey, Chad.
Not that I'd go out of my way to watch it, but I didn't mind Wild Wild West. I mean, it was one of those ones like if it was on, I might watch it, but I wouldn't go out of my way if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially after what Will Smith did with Independence Day and Men in Black,
Yeah, this was a bit of a letdown, in my opinion. However, it's one of those movies that Frank likes to say, turn your brain off, stuff your face full of popcorn, and enjoy. That definitely applies here.
100%. Yep. And giggly, I didn't remember how to frickin' say this. Jiggly.
Geely.
All right. Well, anyways. Yeah, no Keanu, no bueno.
Yep. I like me some Jason Patrick, but nope.
Yep. This was awful.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I had no interest in seeing it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to probably 3 years from now.
Okay. What else we got here? Adventures of Pluto Nash. I never got around to watching it. I just heard how bad it was. So
never saw it. Have no interest. Is that Jennifer Lopez though?
I think that's Rosario Dawson.
Oh, I saw Rosario Dawson in a movie today, directed by Danny Boyle from 2013, starring James McAvoy, called Trance, and that was pretty good. And you should see it, especially at the 1 hour, 1 minute mark, because she gets fully frontal naked, and it's the most beautiful thing ever.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, for how bad this was, because to me, this was a total ploy just to sell more toys. I remember as a kid, I loved it. I mean, the whole Master of the Universe was a ploy for toys. But, oh, man. Yeah, you can slap your dick across my face if it goes out past your belly, you fat fuck.
He's gonna have to use more energy to try and lift the gunt to try and do the slap, and then he's gonna fall over. Howard the Duck was fun.
It was okay. I remember it creeped the shit out of me when Buddy went like, oh, bleh.
That's what Casey calls his wiener, Howard the Duck.
I would like to be in on that one there, Frank, if I'm around for the review before the new one comes out. I would definitely like to be around. The Last Airbender. I wasn't a fan of the cartoon, so I never gave the movie a chance, and I probably never will.
Yeah, me neither. Never saw the movie, never cared to.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Hudson Hawk.
Oh, come on. This was
fun.
fun.
I don't remember it, so.
I think I saw this and The Last Boy Scout back to back, and they're fun, dumb movies. Come on.
I like The Last Boy Scout. I never saw this. R.I.P.D.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is that right? Okay, I never saw it. Last Action Hero. Come on. Now they may call it a flop because like they didn't make the money, but I didn't enjoy it. Hola, muchachos. Yes, we had fun, Alma. Man is getting madder every day that we play.
And before we go on, hola to Bolo and Alma. And a special hello to Alma in the new favorite way that we only know how.
That's terrifying. It really is.
And Alma's looking at Bolo right now, and she said, "Do I really sound like that?" But all Bolo hears is,
I got a feeling that she's about as tall as Chucky, too. Bolo must confirm or deny.
wow.
That's now. So Casey just said, "I hate Frank 3000." All right, good pickup from Endgame. But
I was going to say, is Frank the new Andre 3000 from what was that band?
Outcast.
Hey, yeah,
Outcast.
Yeah.
I went to Frank's 2000-inch TV by Weird Al Yankovic off the Jurassic Park album. Frank's 2000-inch TV. No, can't. Deep cut.
While Frank is still here because he's got stuff to do, he's probably got to get up early as usual. The Harsh Truth reviewed 28 Years Later last week. Really good movie, still in the theater. Go see it if you can. And of course, there's something that I clipped that, yeah, y'all know what's coming.
Also, reach over and give Frank a little handy here.
That's not going to be clipped.
Did Tex say the right after the clip thing too?
He said that right after Jeremy said the handy thing. That clip, I had a specific title for that clip that I'm going to keep around. Jeremy's handy from the Harsh Truth.
At home reviewing movies. All right, Last Action Hero was fun. Shut up.
Last Action Hero was underappreciated. It wasn't appreciated at the time because it was going up against Jurassic Park. It was 1993.
Yep.
I watched it within the last few years, and it's very well done. Of course, the director is John McTiernan, and they were being self-referential and poking fun at the genre. Of course, with the biggest action star at the time and one of the better action directors at the time. So come on.
Now, so I liked Waterworld when I watched. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting concept. But the movie made $264 million worldwide. Okay, which is not a flop, but it cost upwards of $175 million to make.
It was pretty expensive at the time, yes.
Yes, so I really enjoyed Waterworld. It's been a minute since I've seen it, so maybe it's one of those ones you want to leave in the past kind of thing. But at the time, I really liked it.
Yeah, I enjoy the nonsense of having smokers, especially when the majority of the world is covered in water. Where are you going to grow the tobacco?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to share that?
Yeah. Yes, I will be there. So Tex just said something. I will be joining Tex and Jeremy Thursday on The Harsh Truth. We will be discussing my favorite movie of all time, Jaws. So And speaking of one that wasn't even on my radar and I would never watch, The Lone Ranger.
I saw it. It had some decent action sequences, but for the most part, yeah, it's not great.
And I will come out full to saying it bothers me, but it's like, okay, we couldn't find a Native American to play Tonto. I mean, we really couldn't. I mean, I realize it's Johnny Depp, but we couldn't find, just saying. This has like when John Wayne played Genghis Khan written all over it. So,
Yeah, like where was Wes Studi at the time? I'd rather have Wes Studi. Come on.
I don't remember. I went to the Thai theater and watched this movie, but I do not remember it. And I remember it was one of those things where it was kind of like, meh.
Yeah, it's a meh. I remember Eddie Izzard being in it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chad was saying earlier, they are Boston cream donuts. Those are my favorite donuts from Tim Hortons, even though I don't eat them anymore. The food in the background thing, this is just laughing at my subconscious because I have food cravings for all sorts of sweets that I can't eat anymore. So I'm just throwing it at the audience as a little ha-ha.
Now, I will say there was a little bakery in Lethbridge. I think it's Bosma's it's called. They do their own Boston cream pie, like home or cream donut, like homemade. Like this shit's like, oh, so good. I did not watch Lightyear. I had no interest in it. Now, what I don't understand is why, I mean, Chris Evans was the voice. Well, why wouldn't you have Tim Allen do it?
Yeah.
The guy's still alive, So, yeah, I didn't understand that move.
Well, the bigger draw between the two is obviously Chris Evans.
100%, yeah. I did not see that. I didn't even know there was a new Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. I saw this in the theater, and it was really good. And the final Mission Impossible is in theaters now. It's a good 2 hours and 50 minutes. And then that's it for Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, I'm pretty sure. And I don't understand how it didn't make money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird. I'm wondering, it does so totally spell it backwards. Good call, Alma.
It does. Sorry, I'm going to throw this. Sorry for interrupting you. I'm going to throw this out here. Some people, when they're stressed, they eat candy and chocolate and stuff. So maybe that has something to do with stressed and desserts. It's just a tenuous connection, but yeah.
And yeah, we all know how everybody feels about Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, it was so bad. It was great.
Yes.
But I do like what Sir Michael Caine said when he's asked about Jaws: The Revenge. He says, "Jaws bought me my house." It bought me my house. That's his retort to that. So
yeah,
there are the movies that were 20 summer blockbusters that were flops.
And if you watch Michael Caine in Jaws: The Revenge, he looks like he's having a great time. I mean, he made a movie in Hawaii, so
right.
I can't see why he wouldn't be happy. But then again, it's Jaws 4.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if Casey's still here, but he was saying that it should be him with us, and it could be called Alex the Garbage Man and the Gamer. Hey, that's not a bad idea, but that's Casey screaming this in the background.
Hello.
Right. I'm just reading just some things. This is going to be interesting. I want to discuss this because this is a music one, but we won't. Well, I just did a list, so I'll let you have the show for a bit. But this one is 20 rock albums that save struggling genres. So, anyways,
and
please.
Old school hello to Tex.
First of all, fuck you.
I love that's my favorite one. That text is my
with
favorite one.
I agree with Casey. Still waiting for Jaws 19 in 3D. And
I think they did lie to you, Casey.
Yeah. Since Tex is here, I'm going to play my latest masterpiece for him. So Tex figures into the end of this clip, and everyone else take a breather. And Tex, this is from the most recent Harsh Truth review.
Also, reach over and give Frank a little handy here.
That's not going to be clipped.
Oh, bravo. Bravo.
Yes.
It made me giggle still.
2 weeks, and that's what you got to show us, Alex? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's all he did for 2 weeks.
Yes and no. I would like to remind the good people, once this page loads giggity for me, about something I had mentioned a while ago.
While.
Come on, any day now. All right. So they're back. Brutal Music, bringing you all your favorite brutal slamming death metal tracks, has returned from its strike-induced coma. It was back, I think it was 3 months ago. They've been very prolific in updating. If we go back to here, Torture Everlasting, that was 4 months ago. And then 8 days ago, they start pumping it out, giggity. And among the albums that they feature, Cannibal Corpse's first 2 albums with Chris Barnes as the singer. Yeah. So they're back, baby. Brutal slamming death metal from Brutal Music 666 for all your death metal needs.
When you feel like hailing Satan, this is the guy you go see.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Right.
What do you got? I just boss hogged the first 20 minutes of this show. So you keep going.
So I would like to give Casey a little bit of ammunition the next time he has a flat earther debate with someone. So once this page loads. Oh, yeah. Look who's here.
All right.
Speaking of flat and the exact opposite.
All right.
So this one's for Casey, the most confidently incorrect flat earther in existence. That's the guy on the right. This channel is Cyman Dan, and he's talking about this clown whose name I don't even care to remember. But Casey, if you want some good arguments in favor of flat earth, watch this video. And for the rest of you, if you want to watch this and attempt to hold in your laughter, feel free. But Casey, that one's for you.
Right. Yeah. I don't even know what to say.
I would like to welcome Ginger to the show. Yeah, I forgot about that one for a while.
Is he still getting sued by everybody?
Not by everybody. I think most of the trials have wrapped up. I think at this point it's dragging on in appeals process. Tex, chime in on this. You pay more attention to this than I do. He still owes money. That hasn't changed. I love the gays fraud. What?
I love the gay
I lurved. Lurv. I'm going to add that to the lexicon right now. Lurv.
Have you been keeping up with the Diddy trial at all?
No.
Yeah, I've been, because I listened to Dateline. They've been doing a show on it, and it's pretty freaking crazy, the story. So, again, there's way too much to get into here, but yeah, the jury has now got the the case. So we should have something here in a few days, guilty or not guilty.
Probably not guilty because he's rich and he knows people, and he's basically his own mafia boss at this point, like Frank is. Anyway,
Yeah.
Lerv is not original. It's from a movie.
Fair enough.
Lerv. What movie is that? Lerv. Not with Jim Carrey, I assume.
Yeah, so I've just seen that Alex Jones accused of trying to shield assets as Sandy Hook family seek payment on $1.5 billion settlement. Wow. Oh, that is insane. That is an insane amount of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yet the families are never going to see that.
No, not at all. I mean, you see that all the time, that people get sued and whatnot, and civilly, and like these people just don't have the money.
Yep.
But I find it interesting though, like when OJ got sued civilly, and like he was still, you know, and they had to pay like X amount of millions of dollars like to the Goldman family and whatnot, and like he still was making money. It's like, well, yeah, he should be able to still live, but if he's making like millions of dollars still, being OJ, like, why is he getting any of that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like, kind of curious. OJ's.
I thought it would be a wages garnished kind of situation.
So again, this is the internet's, so we can't really believe what the internet says. But apparently, he was worth $3 million at the time of his death. So, like, I realize it doesn't, because I can't remember how much money he had to pay to the Goldmans. But, yeah.
But he was free in Florida, according to Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's why everybody moves to Florida. You can do lots of shady shit there.
Yeah. Including drugs.
Lots of them. Lots and lots of drugs. Lots of drugs. I don't want to do that list yet. What else have you got?
Ooh, speaking of lists, do you want to do a kind of battle between Friday the 13th movies?
Sure. You had me at Friday the 13th.
All right. So this won't take too long, but this is a good primer for when we eventually do talk about the movies one of these days, hopefully soon, because it is the summer. All right. This is from bracketfights.com. So part 2 or part 10. Now, for the purposes of this and keeping this simple, we're going to keep this between myself, the garbage man, and Tex, because 2 of us can vote one way, but then there can be a third as a tiebreaker. So Tex says part 2.
What say you?
I say part 2.
As do I.
Okay. Part 2
but
it is.
See, but here's the only thing with the part 10, it has one of his best kills.
Yeah.
With the nitro like that, but that doesn't make it better. But yeah, that nitroglycerin, yeah, it's yeah.
Part 5 or part 1?
I feel part 5 is very underrated.
Okay.
But I gotta go with number 1.
Yeah, I'm going with number 1 as well. Tex says part 5. Number 1 rules.
Yeah, by all means, Bolo, say something. Please do. Oh, this one's tough.
I go with part 3.
Yeah, I have to too. I mean, I love Manhattan, but I have to go 3 as well.
Tex says.
Tex or Bolo, whoever gets in there first.
Tex says 3. Yes.
Okay, it's a clean sweep for 3.
Unanimous on that one.
Wow, you got to find more of these. These are cool. I like this.
The remake versus Jason Goes to Hell.
Well, Tex is going remake.
I'm going remake as well.
I did not like the remake, but it was better than Jason Goes to Hell. I will take the remake as well.
And Tex. 2009.
Yeah,
the
I
best.
knew. See, I knew that's what he was going to say. So
Yeah, because
he's mistaken about it being the best, but I knew what he was going to say.
Because of America Olivo and those beautiful boobs. And moving on. Part 2 versus
Hey, well,
part.
time out. We don't get 6 or any of that shit.
We're going to get to that. Now we're
Okay.
doing winners versus winners.
Oh, I'm going original number 1.
I'm going to go part 2.
Ooh.
Tex
Okay.
is the tiebreaker.
Tex or Bolo, whoever gets in there first. Giggity. All right.
USA versus Mexico.
Oh, it is 2. So number 2 wins. That's number 1.
There it is. Okay.
Number 2. Oh, Bolo went
Number
2.
2.
I'm the only one that went 1.
Oh, part 3 versus the remake.
Oh, I'm going 3.
I'm going 3.
Ah, it's out. Good. Fuck that new one.
$2009. Okay, so it's part 3. It's us 2 versus Tex on that one.
Yeah.
And now part 2 versus part. Oh, this is it. This is
Part 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go part 3, and I think the kills in part 3, particularly the handstand kill, that was brutal for the time.
Yep.
But I love the final girl as well.
Yeah. So part 3 wins. Okay.
Did Tex already chime in?
He said 2.
He said 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So part 3. Ooh.
Oh, 6. I have
Yeah,
to think about that one. 6.
Yeah, I'm going 6. What do you say, Tex?
I like Freddy versus Jason. It was okay. I feel Jason could have a little more offense, but it's part 6 is my favorite one.
Freddy versus Jason. Okay, so it's us 2 versus him. It's part 6 for the winner. Next, part 7 versus part 4.
4.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go 4 as well.
If the director, if you watch the special scenes or the deleted scene or the interviews with the directors and stuff and Kane Hodder, there was supposed to be so much more money put into 7 that would have made it that much better. Like the father at the end, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, go fuck yourself. But hello, Lady Cora.
Hi, Cora. How are you? It's been
But
a while.
if you the end when the dad shows up and he's not like zombified, he was supposed to be like all gory and gross and pull Jason into the water. They didn't have the budget for it. So, but yes, number 4 all day.
Yeah, number 4 is a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Part 6 versus part 4.
6.
Ooh.
6.
Yeah, I'm going to go 6 as well.
Yeah.
Cora, where have you been? No one said anything about your absence on The Harsh Truth. Is it too hot in Nevada for internet?
Melted our lines. You need to do more of these. This is fun. I like this. 6 with a clean sweep.
Yeah. 6 is a triple winner. So now it's part 3 versus part 6. Ooh.
I got to stay with 6. 6 is my favorite. I can watch 6 all the time.
Congratulations on that, Cora. That's excellent.
Oh, excellent. Congratulations.
Yes. I'm going to go 6.
Yeah.
Tech is going 6, so 6 looks like a clean sweep. And so 6 is the winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now what I would like, if you're doing this, and I like this, this is awesome. This is a segment we could probably do almost well, maybe not every week, but you need to do one like all horror movies, like the best ones that you can think of, like say 6, and then like I realized 74, Texas is gonna be 74, but then like Nightmare and then Candyman, and yeah. We'll talk off air more about it. That's awesome. I like that. That's a cool segment. I like that. Good job.
Great. I am going to download that image.
Yeah, that was awesome. I see. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I know, Tex. I know you love it too. Like it'd be that way with Halloween. It doesn't matter what happens, because I think, and I'm kind of speaking for Alex a little bit here, but maybe I shouldn't. But I feel if we did like a Halloween one, the first one's gonna win, but it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be saying that Zombies is the best. But I really do like Rob Zombie's first one. So,
like Dr. Scrubs. Yeah, kind of. Yep.
Okay. So now that we did that, that was fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of that. So I wanted to kind of discuss, because I'm a music whore. So again, these are rock albums. I don't know why it's blue. Maybe because it's a naked baby. I don't know. Rock albums that saved a genre. So this is saying what it saved. Or what it started. Of course, the grunge explosion doesn't really need to be. I remember seeing an interview with Dave Grohl saying they thought they were going to sell like 12,000 copies, and they sold the single. Smells Like Teen Spirit helped put the album over 30 million copies worldwide. Like, right? So, okay, next, Green Day, Dookie, Punk's mainstream revival. Now, you're more of a punk guy than I am. Or you were. Did punk ever really have a mainstream thing before? Like, what depends, I guess. Are we calling the Clash punk? Are we like, you know what I mean? Like, because to me, punk was never really mainstream. And a lot of people will argue that this is pop punk, but punk nonetheless.
It is, to me, pop punk. It is a radio-friendly kind of punk, because you compare anything off of Dookie or Green Day's other 3 albums before this, and you compare that to anything the Ramones or the Dead Kennedys or the Bad Brains ever did, and it's almost 2 different genres of
100%.
music.
Yep, 100%.
So this is more light-hearted punk. It's still got the speed, but not the I don't care attitude that the Ramones did.
Yeah, or especially the Sex Pistols.
Yep.
And Ginger, methinks the booze makes me orny. Videos or didn't happen. The Strokes, post pop punk's rebirth, urban rebirth. I've never listened to a lot of the Strokes, so I can't comment on that.
Me neither.
Okay. Rage Against the Machine, politicizing the mainstream. I disagree with that in the mainstream, because I don't feel that Rage Against the Machine's ever really been mainstream, to be honest. To be mainstream, do you really consider Rage at any point to be mainstream?
Absolutely.
You think so? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yep, they had heavy radio play, and on Much Music, they were huge.
okay. Well, I was wrong.
Anecdotally, a lot of our friends in high school knew about Rage Against the Machine.
True. That is true,
Yeah.
I guess. So, okay. But yeah, because there was, there were, I think about like Fight the Power. When was Fight the Power by Public Enemy? It's going to be 80s?
Yeah, mid to late 80s.
Yeah, so it's not that far between. And that was a pretty popular song, and that was a pretty popular band. So,
Yep.
Oh, not horny, ornery. Well, sorry, I thought you were speaking Asian. Me a very ornery.
Does she have her nails on?
All right. I never listened to the full album, but I do like Born to Run, the song. So Heartland Rocks Redemption. So it is, yes, definitely working class poetry. It feels like it's an everyman song, most definitely. So,
yep.
Radiohead. I was never a Radiohead guy. I'm not. I've tried. Good Lord, I've tried.
I liked Radiohead.
Yeah. So do you feel like the art rock renaissance, like that was Radiohead?
OK Computer. I'm pretty sure I have that album because the Benz was before that. Perhaps art rock. Depends on what else was out at that time. I think OK Computer was 96 or 97.
97. So by
Art,
late 1990s, guitar-driven rock was in danger of becoming stale.
no.
No. Because I was thinking of the bands we heard. So and this is off the sperm of the moment, top of my head. Rage Against the Machine. Korn was 97, so Korn was out. 97 or 98 was Follow the Leader, I think, wasn't it? But still, we had Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. For the Canadian touch, we had Clumsy by Our Lady Peace. So that's a misleading and I believe a wrong statement.
Yep, there were two huge bands in Canada, Moist and the Tea Party, and a third, the Matthew Good Band. Those are heavily guitar driven, and they were great. They were huge in the 90s. I Mother Earth, another great band from Canada from the 90s, heavily guitar driven. What do you mean it was becoming stale? No, it wasn't.
Not at all. That's not a good. Yeah, no. Metallica, the Black Album, metal's mainstream breakthrough. I think Black Sabbath would like to have a word with you.
Yeah.
So I believe that's wrong.
But then again,
go ahead.
When they talk about mainstream breakthrough and you compare the Black Album to the 3 albums of Metallica's prior, it is something of a departure of sound.
You can say that, yes, but it's still think it was considered metal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like I said, I think the boys in Sabbath would like to have a word with you because I disagree. Oh, and I just thought of Soundgarden. You're gonna tell me that the guitars when the 90s was going off? Soundgarden? Like, God, I thought of that because they were heavily influenced by Sabbath. So, yeah. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, Healing and Hope for Soft Rock. I think everybody was overshadowed by punk and disco in the 70s. So yeah. And Rumors is a very good album.
Ooh, Ozzy's Last Show. Yep. Yes, that's right.
Yep. So I guess, but I thought 70s had a lot of soft rock, but I guess I'm mistaken. So
the 70s had a lot of everything. Disco, metal was coming up. Folk music was still a thing. Soft rock, sure. Rock in general was pretty big at that time. There are a lot of great rock albums from the 70s. I think if I keep talking about the 1970s, Brody is going to appear. A wild Brody is going to appear and tell us all about the great music of the 1970s because he's young, but he's old.
He's definitely our old soul friend. That is for sure. Yeah, like without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, The Clash, Punk's Political Awakening, 1979. Again, I don't know enough around it to know for sure. So, I can't comment on whether that was Punk's Political Awakening or not.
Sure, maybe The Clash has some kind of a subgenre of punk, but Punk's Political Awakening being Clash, no, I don't know that I agree with that. I think Henry Rollins would be the man to go to when it comes to punk and its political quotes and leanings.
Okay. U2, the Joshua Tree, Ambition for Arena Rock. Okay, I think they're just reaching for shit right now.
Yeah, it's a jumble of words at this point.
Yeah. Never mind the bollocks, the birth of punk rebellion. Never mind the bullocks.
Punk in itself is rebellion.
Yeah. David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, glam rock's glittering savior.
Haha, glam rock. Nice.
Yeah, David, like he was amazing. All right, REM, this is getting okay, yeah. Back in Black, Hard Rock's thunderous comeback. Now, albeit the 70s were pretty low on the hard rock. They were, because disco and everything had taken over. So that, I mean, I can kind of see that was a thunderous comeback. I kind of agree with that. So,
I don't know, because AC/DC is hard. Sure, it is rock. Hard rock. I got to see examples of bands that would fit into this hard rock subgenre, because I think there's a lot more than AC/DC, and I think it spans a lot more back into the early 1970s throughout the 80s, and giving way to metal and diverting off into punk in the late 70s.
yeah, fair enough. So
I don't know that disco had such a command over music in the 70s that no other genres were continuing or flourishing. I think they were.
okay, fair enough. Foo Fighters, post-grunge secondary wind, color and shape. Okay, I kind of see that, because when
Pausing for dramatic effect because Nick froze, and I thought, okay,
I
there
did
you go.
freeze.
You did,
Wow. Like, again, my signals dropped right off, and I don't know why. I have nothing running. That's weird. But yeah, I agree that like a second run of punk, yep, for sure. You know, after everything happened with Kurt and whatnot, because punk did kind of hit a wall there. So
Yeah.
Linkin Park, new metal's global domination. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah,
Korn is considered new metal.
Would like to talk to you.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit. You're dumb. Black Sabbath, Paranoid, heavy metal's blueprint. Well, also thrust them into the mainstream. So, goddamn. Slippery or Wet, pop rock's resurgence. Were they kind of like the first hair metal or hair rock?
No, I think hair metal was a thing as far back as 85, 84.
And this was 86, though.
Would you consider Van Halen to be hair metal? Eruption was 84, I think.
No. Eruption was 79.
Okay.
1984 was 84. That was Panama.
Okay.
Jump, Hot for Teacher.
So they wouldn't fit into hair metal? Van
But this
Halen?
is pop rock's resurgence. They're not saying hair metal, they're saying pop rock. So I'd say I don't think Van Halen was pop rock. I think Van Halen's rock, like rock and roll myself.
All right.
So, and Paramore, Riot, pop punk's modern manifesto. I disagree. Pop punk was fizzling out by the mid 2000s.
I didn't listen to much of Paramore.
Yeah. Queen, A Night at the Opera, progressive rock's theatrical triumph. Again, I feel you're just reaching for stuff to make the rest of your article. Yeah. Anyways, look at all that hair. All right. The horror is yours.
And more from Canada. Speaking of which, tomorrow is Canada Day, July 1st. Grocery giant Loblaws drops property restrictions, paving way for lower grocery prices and reshaping investor outlook. Now, property restrictions, that's what grabbed me for this article. Now, what does that mean? It will eliminate restrictive property controls that have limited grocery competition. What does that mean? What are property controls? They include clauses that restrict what types of businesses can operate in or near Loblaws owned properties. So you're telling me in the free market, you don't want competition. You're telling me that if a mom and pop shop that sells, a little bit of groceries and some baked goods here and there, Loblaws is not going to build on that corner because, the competition, my money. You're going to make your money. All right. Time and time again, people, yes, they flock to big stores like Walmart, for example, and a lot of the mom and pop shops close up. But you don't blame Walmart specifically. You blame the people who go to Walmart and not the mom and pop shop, because people are spending money at Walmart. But why are people spending money at Walmart? Because they don't have a lot of money. And the mom and pop shop, in order to stay in business, they have to keep their prices somewhat high. They can't compete with Walmart. So who is to blame? Well, it's a confluence of factors. You can't just blame one or the other. It's much more complicated than that. It's not the false dichotomy of always blame Walmart. But property controls, they're so butthurt, they're afraid of a little bit of competition, but now they're going to ease that up. It was our last show or the show before that, we were talking about the bread fixing trial, and now property controls. I wonder, what are we going to come up with next that is going on behind the scenes with Loblaws? Is it going to be that they were a child trafficking ring for Jeffrey Epstein? Hope not.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, if you all want to read this article, Romana King did this. Grocery giant Loblaws drops property restrictions. I had no idea property restrictions was a thing.
Nope. Me neither.
So you learned something today.
Yes, I did. Here's something you'll learn, that you'll never ever look at Transformers the same way again.
Stop.
It's the internet. It's great.
Ginger asked a good question. What's it like there for food shops? 90% of the time we go to the corner store. 95% of the time I go to big stores because everything is there. I can buy, if I'm not going to Costco, I can still buy in somewhat bulk. And I just avoid corner stores in general.
Yeah, I usually go to Walmart, Costco. There's honestly not a lot of little corner stores left anymore. Like here, maybe in like Vancouver, because you got such a metropolis, but there's not a lot of little mom and pop corner stores here anymore. So
yeah, I've seen little corner stores like exotic bodegas spruce up, and those have some really interesting selections of candy bars. But because I don't eat that stuff anymore, I don't buy stuff from the exotic bodega, but I want to. And I encourage all of you to go there if you can find one.
100%, without a doubt.
Because they're interesting little places.
Yeah.
It costs more to drive to the big box stores. Depending, I can walk 7 or so blocks, which I don't mind doing, to go to a big grocery store. True, I can go half that distance to get to a corner store, but for the foods I eat, I got to go to the bigger store.
Yeah, pretty much for me to actually get any proper groceries, like not to like say go down to the because we have a convenience store about 3 blocks south of me. If I needed like a loaf of bread in an emergency on like a Sunday morning, if I really didn't want to run to Walmart or IGA, but really they're all pretty not far, but enough that I could have to drive to go get my stuff. So And it works out because, excuse me, my gym is actually shares a building with co-op. So if I need something quick, I can just go to the co-op and grab it.
Now that's convenient. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, there's always been a trend on this show and with many other shows to focus on the negative, to bitch and complain, to yell, to make a scene. Well, I want to make a little bit of a change. I want to bring a few more positive stories to the mix. I'm reading Ginger's latest comment. Yeah, corner stores in small towns are the thing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I remember when Mackenzie was at its peak sometime in the 90s, we had two. Did we have 3 grocery stores or was it 2?
2.
It was
co-op shoppers.
Yeah. And I went to both.
Me too. Yeah.
So I'm going to share a positive story when I can find it. Here we go. This is about a minute long, and then I'll share where it came from afterwards.
Combating pollution. Disposable batteries contribute to toxic waste and fill e-waste. Why can't I say e-waste? And fill e-waste landfills around the world. But over in Switzerland, they may have come up with a solution. Swiss scientists have created batteries made of fungi that digest itself after use, leaving no toxic waste. These new fungal batteries use yeast and white rock fungus to generate electricity from sugar and water, and once they've done their job, they safely return to nature. Developed by A.A.T.G.M in Switzerland, the batteries are 3D printed using a special cellulose-based ink that keeps the fungi alive and allows the structure to biodegrade when it's no longer needed. They're ideal for powering low-energy devices like temperature sensors in remote areas where collecting dead batteries is difficult and often polluting. While they're not ready to charge your phone just yet, these living batteries are part of a growing shift towards tech that supports the planet, not damages it.
Organic/living batteries. That is awesome. And I'm going to share where that came from. That came from the YouTube channel of Sam Bentley. If you want to hear more good news, go to @It's Sam Bentley. He's always got a smile on his face, and he's always bringing the good news. So good on you, Sam. Thanks for sharing.
All right, are we done with this fucking love fest? Sweet. Now, I don't know what this is, but we got 2 today because they're short.
Giggity.
All right, so you see this young lady here is walking, and this apparatus is smoking here in her right hand. Let's see what happens. I don't know if there's music or not, but let's. Now, I think it was right about here. Now, I don't know what that is. Tex, if you can chime into what happened here, but I don't know what that is. But right about there, it went, hey, what's up? And it looks like it. Ooh. Right about there. She's probably regretting her decisions that she's made today. And in the words of Smokey, you got knocked the fuck out. Like she is KO. Let's. Annie is not okay on this one. Not at all. So yeah, maybe next time you're gonna do something with that, make sure you know how long you got till it's going to explode. Is that you? Okay, so texting this looks like one of those smoke alarm, smoke controlled bombs. So now this next one, again.
Well, yeah, an inbred donkey puncher would say something like that, wouldn't he?
So So for this next video, I don't know why people want to fuck with trains. Now I know there's music on this, so I'm going to turn this one down. I don't know what if this guy was trying to do a dramatic like scene for a video by like Wham. I'm never gonna dance again, but this guy's probably gonna be pissing blood for a little bit. So again, I don't know what the result he was going for here. Because look, there's even people there. Look, I just realized that. Look at right there. But right about there, he's like, "Oh, I wish my back didn't hurt so much because I could be concerned about my face." Because, like, yeah, I don't know what he was. Yeah, it looked like right about there. It looks like he was trying to do like a dramatic something for a video. This way he's walking. And skadoosh. Like,
Yeah, he thought he was being cool, but he ended up being the grape lady.
And Cole, choose your stepmom.
You see Ryan's comment?
I did not.
You know what?
Bravo.
That one deserves something that we all know and love, but I'm going to let Charlie and Emilio lead us into this one. Everyone feel free to jump in at the appropriate time.
Clap, golf clap.
Thank you, Ryan. That was great. So now we're going to devote the last half hour of the show to stupid people and Karen. So if anyone wants to bow out now and avoid all the negativity, we'll see you next time.
Because it's about to go. All right.
Yes. And I haven't created a new stupid people segment yet. Okay, old school. Stupid people. You ever attempted arson before? Don't worry, there's no law enforcement watching.
We grew up together. You know I did.
Oh, okay. Well, at least we didn't do this. And there's no sound here. Oh, maybe I got the wrong one.
Oh, yeah, no, this is it. No, this is it.
Oh, yeah, he's throwing. Yep, there it is. I was thinking of a different clip. He tries to light it up. A bit overzealous, I think.
Like just bails. Fuck you, I'm out.
So he had the right idea, but he didn't get out of the vehicle to light it up.
Mm-hmm.
Human barbecue.
Yeah. Toasty.
0.0.
0.0. Oh, unreal. Oh.
Why, and this will be in the lower portion of the screen, why is this little fence here, I wonder?
Walk it like I talk it.
See the guy and then see the tiny fence? Oh, what's the ear?
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
Did I send that to you? I don't even remember now.
Nope.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, lesson learned. The next time you see a little fence or barricade, don't step over it because it just might be oil. Wonder what happens if I go there. Yeah.
Truth be told, I turned my head because I thought he broke his leg. Because it looked like his leg bent underneath it, but it was the oil coming up. I watched it the second time. So,
someone decided to put a ladder on scaffolding. Now, normally this would not be a video, but scaffolding is usually on wheels.
this is why females live longer than males. Yep, that's why.
Ryan's got a good point. See if I can cue that up once more. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Ouch.
Anchor your scaffolding.
Yeah.
That's why you lock the wheels. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Lock the wheels, dummy.
Or if in the case that the wheels don't have locks, you put blocks on either side. And I'm talking big, thick, heavy blocks. Giggity.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Example of karma. He's trying to steal stuff. Oh, he's going to make a getaway. And not so fast. So he's going to try and salvage, and then he loses his helmet. And then he loses the stuff. And then the bike falls over. And yakety sack. Insert yakety sacks here. I would love to play that, but it's copyright as hell.
So Tex can go to Japan.
Can he?
Yep, he can. Because check this out. I just found this as I was scrolling through Facebook. There's a Texas themed bar and grill in Japan.
I bless the day I discovered another home. Looking for love.
There you go, Tex. You can go to Japan now, my friend.
Don't get mad, Tex. They're trying. I'm pretty sure that they have chainsaws over there too. Take that longhorn shit off the wall. They're playing a bit too much into it, are they?
Yeah.
Indie wrestlers. You sent that one to me.
I sure did.
And it was right about here that they realized. What did they realize? They realized. No, that's not what they realized.
Won't be fooled again?
Yeah, because they won't be walking again.
Right?
It was right about here that he realized he would not be able to move his neck, and then the question of
Have you seen my winner?
was asked.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes. They should Enola Gay. Wow. And Ginger goes nuclear. Everyone drink when Ginger goes nuclear. We're not going to go to the gym yet because there are some stupid drivers out there.
Oh! Son of a bitch! Oh.
At least he got up and he was okay. So, lesson learned, when you are approaching an intersection, do not do a catwalk.
I think he was doing a catwalk.
One more because yep. Have we all learned something? I hope so.
Yeah, that was definitely a fuck around to find out, I think. God damn. God damn.
One more stupid driver. And on your left. On your left. We don't get to see that stupidity because we don't need to.
Oh, God, I hate dumb people.
I don't want to wait. And they died.
I'm okay with that. I completely agree that's what happened.
Yep, I hope they did.
Or at least they got syphilis.
Syphilis while driving.
Yep.
We haven't had this in a little while. A gym fail compilation. Oof.
Oh! Yeah, that one's funny. Little feller. Oh, shit. Oh. My brain.
And fall.
Oh. Little fucking bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Whoa. That could have been dangerous. Oh. Stuck.
Oh.
Ooh, cable snap.
Ouch.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Don't. Oh! Ouch.
Don't do box jumps. Don't. Yeah, I think we'll just pause on this image momentarily. Okay, all right. Now, the reason this happened is because she did not have it locked into the proper rung below. Just avoid box jumps. I don't know why he was filming himself doing that, but they're doing squats on a Smith machine and they did not have the supports in place. That is why this happened. Completely bent over.
And brained her damage.
Yes.
Here's an annoying thing for you. And this is one of those situations where you just want to throw I'd say like a 3-pound weight at this person. Because in my gym we have one Smith machine. Okay. And I watched this person sit on that Smith machine for I timed it because she was there for a while. 7 minutes on the lone Smith machine in the gym, no weights on the bar, using an incline bench, just talking on her phone. 7 minutes.
Now, you know the criticism of your observation is going to be, well, you weren't doing anything else in the gym, and you were. You made an observation, and you don't have to yourself sit there, as Brett Keane likes to say, and watch them the entire 7 minutes. You pulled out the stopwatch on your phone, hit start, and then did your thing. Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah. And I only did it because I was curious to see how long. And then when she finally moved, wiped down and moved away from it, a dude got on it instantly because he was waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's in the same person I've seen do a few things very not gym etiquette. Leaving their water bottle, like they're on a leg press, right? And the leg press is like, say, here by my equipment, and the row machine, the cable row, is over here with the guitars, and she puts her drink on the seat of the cable row machine, but is over here working out on the legs. Yeah, like there's a few times I've actually walked over and picked up her water and went and set it beside her. And then almost instantly when I do that, somebody gets on the machine because it's a back workout. They were waiting for the machine.
Yeah.
You know, no, I didn't sit there and just time her. I did my workout. I don't understand any of these people. We've talked about this before. You go into the gym, you do one workout, and then you sit for 2 to 3 minutes. I don't like me. I like supersetting everything. I always do, because it's like, you know, chest, tries, back, buys. I don't do legs because my legs all fucked up. I don't need to do legs, but I do shoulders and forearms. That's what I like to do together. And I'm always two of them, always. You know, especially if I can get into a corner by myself and the gym's not busy. If the gym's busy, I won't superset. But usually it's not. And like, I don't understand these guys. And like, I'll pound out a 45-minute workout where these guys are still working out. You know, they got in there before I did, but then, you know, one of the kids said, "Oh, you're done already?" I said, "Yeah, but I superset the whole time. You're doing one exercise." And usually what I do is I'll do both my exercises. I'll take a drink. I kind of listen to the song for about 30 seconds and I'm back going again. I'm not there to fuck around. I'm there to work out. So anyways, get off my pedestal now and continue.
The criticism I was making earlier about when other people would say, well, you're just watching her and recording, you're not doing anything. When other people are videoing people doing stupid stuff in the gym, the criticism is, well, you're not working out, you're just going to the gym and filming people all day. No, it doesn't take an onerous amount of time to do a 30-second video of someone doing something stupid, intentionally or not, in the gym. You can go to the gym and have a productive workout, and in between the sets, you can film someone doing something stupid. Now, depending on which gym you go to, and they're getting more restrictive all the time, you probably can't film anyone else doing anything. And if you're taking selfies or recording yourself doing a workout, you have to frame it very, very well so that no one else gets in the shot.
And I would never film anybody in the gym. I just would not. So
yeah,
that's my stance. I definitely would not.
Yeah, I've had the chance to in the past, and I thought, nah, this isn't worth the time. It's a flash in the pan, and there's plenty of content out there for us anyway that other people have done, such as our favorite El Campeon doing dumbbell pullovers and mute. So he's got a really heavy dumbbell. That's got to be 80 or 90 pounds.
I 80. Yeah, I was gonna say 100, but I don't think it's quite 100.
Now, for those of you who don't know what the dumbbell pullover is, what he's going to do is hoist that up so that his arms are extended above him, and then he's going to lean it back so that he gets a good stretch in the lats. There is some involvement in the chest as well, but it's mainly for the lats. Let's see how he does. Okay, he hoisted it up. Great. Okay, maybe he's warming up to doing a full range rep. Not even close. This time. And he dropped it. And you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, I hate him. I hate him.
And what is he doing here? Aside from wasting time, he thinks he's pushing something there. Oh, now watch this. This deserves one of these.
What?
Please stop, please. Like,
Yeah, and he's got merch. Please don't buy the merch.
please don't buy his merch, please.
Yeah, if you think that supporting a guy who does this by buying his merch is a good idea,
You're part of the problem.
yeah. People who support people like this are the reason that people like this do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
An embarrassment.
Yes, 100%. And
This-
yeah, just so anyone who doesn't know, when you do those, you're supposed to like write down, like not touch the ground, but it's supposed to write down and then back up. You know, it makes more sense. We make more sense to do it with a 20-pound weight than to do what you're doing because and just more reps of it. Like, yeah, God, I hate him.
Yeah, you got to get the full extension, which is going back all the way.
Yep.
But he doesn't do that. To quote many movies, this guy's ego is writing checks that his ass can't cash, says Ryan. Yeah.
Yep. I hope he tears something. I hope he tears a muscle because I've been I've heard Mick Foley say it and Goldberg has said it that tearing the muscle, an abdomen muscle off your pelvis is the worst pain ever. I hope he does it on both sides at the same time. Just saying.
Rather than buying El Campion's merch, I would much rather listen to Peter Griffin's advice on how to lift.
Your lower back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Because he went to the gym once. Yeah. Because he went to the gym once.
Frank, I'm pretty sure that if there was a video of El Campion injuring himself, it was filmed by the guy who El Campion authorized to film him, and it would never see the light of day.
Never, ever.
Even though it should, because he needs to be brought down from his high egotistical pedestal somehow.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, and I completely agree with this statement right here. And if you say, Nick, I already watched Jaws 1, then watch Jaws 2. You can stop there. And by the time you finish Jaws 2, you should be ready to go back to Jaws 1.
Everyone, remember to go watch The Good Garbage Man on The Harsh Truth this coming Thursday, July 3rd. They will be reviewing Jaws. That's going to be Jeremy, Tex, and The Garbage Man reviewing that great movie from 1975.
Yeah.
But what's happening tomorrow on The Harsh Truth, I wonder? I think it's something within the View-esque universe.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did Clerks last week. It was Jeremy and our good friend Frank reviewing Clerks from 1994.
I don't see anything up yet, Frankie. Oh, not Jaws on Thursday. Are you not there? Are you doing Independence Day tomorrow? Independence Day tomorrow? Okay, there's nothing up yet. Are you there for Jaws, Frank? A text just said it was going to be me, him, and Jeremy. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Again, you guys know how much I love Jaws, so.
I've got a suggestion for you, Frank. Not that you need one because, there are a lot of movies out there, but I recommend a movie from Jeremy's favorite decade from 1995, directed by Catherine Bigelow, starring Ray Fiennes, Angela Bassett, and a slew of other talented actors. Strange Days. One of my favorite movies of the 1990s. Of course, if I could be there, awesome. But then again, I missed Event Horizon. So who the hell am I?
Who the hell am I? You damn dirty ape.
Jeremy is running Thursday. Yes, Jeremy is taking a larger share of the reins on the Thursdays.
Oh, okay. I see.
I did not see F1 Tex. I was going to see in the theater Megan 2.0, but there was a power outage, so missed that one. I don't know what I'm going to be seeing in the theater next. F1, I've seen quite a few racing movies. They're good. I'm sure I'll see F1 at some point. Is it comparable to anything?
No racing. The only racing movies that matter. Number 1, Days of Thunder. Number 2, Talladega Nights. That's all that matters.
Talladega Nights.
I could watch that again. That's another movie I could watch over and over again. I can laugh every time.
And we just lost a viewer at that point when you said Talladega Nights. So
well, they're stupid and they don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm hungry. All right, are you done?
No, we got at least one Karen to go through.
Oh yeah, Jure, I forgot about Karens. We're really going hard on the gym. All right, hard on. I said hard on.
We're only going to do one Karen tonight, so you know what that means. Kaiju!
Love it. I fucking love it.
And just so Tex knows, I had to take 2 separate Godzilla audio clips and mesh them together to get that sound because I couldn't find that sound on its own.
Oh, really, eh? That's pretty cool, dude. I appreciate the work you do.
Sometimes, because my head is really strange. Ask any of my ex-girlfriends how my head works sometimes, and I'll hear something and I can't find it, so I have to create it.
Well, it's awesome. You have the talent to be able to do that. So,
yeah, judging by the quality of the videos, I disagree. Anyway.
Fuck that. It's awesome.
Another Karen on an airplane.
Oh, good.
Don't touch her. No. Don't touch her. No, this is where her asshole is.
Do not touch her.
Look at her. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa!
Don't fucking touch me.
Miss, step back.
Não encosta nela. Let go. Não encosta nela. Tira a mão. Let go. Let go of her hair.
You cannot do that.
Let go, miss. Let go of her hair.
Tira a mão.
I'm not. Andre. I'm not even touching your hair, bitch.
Andre, we need the police right now.
You need to let go
We
right
need
now.
those 911.
You're assaulting her.
911, bro.
You need to let go right now.
Miss, let go of her hair right now.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to sit next to a fucking fat lady.
Let go.
You need to let go of her hair right now.
Let go of her hair.
You guys are already past the point of no return. You're already past the point of no return.
Let go of her hair, miss.
Y'all see me. You know what's going on. This is retarded. Yeah, put me on the ground. Put me on the ground. Alright. Look at this fat lady. Look at this fat ass bitch. She can't even look, you can't even see her stomach.
Look at this fat ass bitch. You can't even see her stomach.
Wow.
Now, I myself have made a few vocal gaffes in my time, but that's just stupid.
Wow.
I don't understand why Frank made that comment and Tex did not. This woman totally seems like the Tex kind of girl.
100%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tex would let this woman kick him in his chainsaw-loving balls. And more.
It's horrible. Look at her outfit. Look at this fat ass bitch. Hilarious. You can't even show your mouth because you're embarrassed. You can't even see it because you're embarrassed. Shut the fuck up.
Who is Alana?
Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, ugly ass fucking dude who's never gonna lay it again. Okay, I'm sorry, black guy. My boyfriend's black, so shut the fuck up. My boyfriend's fucking a black guy. My boyfriend's a black. My boyfriend's black. My boyfriend's a fucking black guy. You're joking.
Oh! I'd have punched her right in the fucking face.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Shut
put her
the
face
fuck
down
up.
there.
Yeah, put her face down. Shut the
Bet
fuck
you
up.
don't.
Now, okay, we have to do a follow-up. You got to find out what happened to this bitch.
Maybe. If anyone wants to go to that TikTok channel, maybe there's an update there.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok, so.
Oof, that was terrifying and terrible.
Wow.
Flash Gordon's good, but Flesh Gordon from the 70s is a trip and a half. I've seen the sequel from the 90s. It's garbage. I do not recommend Flesh Gordon meets the Cosmic Cheerleaders. It is dumb. There's no titty. Avoid, avoid, avoid at all costs. And before we go, I wanted to share this because, you know, the summer of protest is coming, and I'm pretty sure Nick and Tex will unite on this one. All lives splatter. Nobody cares about your protest. Keep your ass out of the road.
All right. I don't know what Ryan just sent me, but I found this thing on this woman. This just happened on June 19th, 2025. She was inebriated, obviously. She throws a tantrum. This was in LaGuardia Airport. They were trying to calm her down, like over hair. Of course, we all saw that. And she says, I don't want to sit beside a fat lady. Oh, wow. So she's 32, an artist and designer who works for Maybelline, New York. Probably not anymore, but
was.
Yep. I'm just trying to read here about it. And then, okay, you cut this off, but then apparently she falls to the floor and says, I can't breathe. She starts violently kicking and screaming. I posted on another video. And then, of course, she's asking for anyone to help her. I'm just trying to get to the crux here. She was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can find this again later. But wow. Unreal. Yeah, this just happened. So go ahead. Or is it my bipolar list song? Or go ahead.
The final portion of the show's floor is yours for the moment.
Okay. Oh, Ryan did find the end of it. Okay, I'll watch it later. So on Nick's bipolar song list this week, we're gonna go back to the late 90s, mid 90s, with a band that nobody talks about anymore, and I feel that they should. Incubus with Nice to Know You. Love that song. And this is a new song. It's one of those songs that's just a pop song on the radio. I can't stop listening to the stupid thing. That's So True by Gracie Abrams. It's a pop song. I don't know why I love it so much, but I can't stop listening to it. So, Nice to Know You by Incubus, and That's So True by Gracie Abrams. Excuse me. The whore is now yours. I mean, floor.
I like Ryan's comment. She has her makeup gun set to whore. Rather than sharing one or two films, I'm going to share the filmography of one Jamin Winans. So going back to 2005, his first feature film, 11:59. Everyone's got to start somewhere, and this one is decent at the very least. You can rent it on, I think it's Amazon Prime. We skip ahead 4 years and we go to Ink, which is my favorite of his feature films. This one's really good. It's creative. He's stuck in the low-budget independent world, so this took a lot of creative process to come up with. I really like Ink. You can watch this for free right now on Tubi. I highly recommend it. From 2014, The Frame. This you can also find on Tubi. This is pretty good, but I like Ink just a little bit better. But the reason I bring up this director is because I saw Myth of Man very recently, and this is a movie that takes a very visually creative mind to make. This is something of a love and a shout out to silent films of the 1920s, which is why I'm glad I watched Alfred Hitchcock's early films before seeing this, because this is a film that is told without dialogue and without title cards. And it's got a kind of washed out color aspect to it. You know, some of the movies from the 1940s that were colorized, it's got that kind of weird color grading to it, but very, very interesting movie to look at. For example, forests that have trees made of photographs. I've never seen anything like that before. So this is a movie you really have to watch. This is what filmmaking is, low budget or not. And to give you an example of this, it's a captivating and visually stunning journey set in a nostalgic alternate reality where storytelling transcends words. And the main character, the female, she is both deaf and mute. Through a breathtaking blend of imaginative visuals, definitely, the film follows Ella as she navigates realms of life, death, friendship, love, loss, hope, and faith. Absolutely. Did you know principal production / shooting of the film took 3 to 4 months back in 2021? This was mainly shot in Hungary. However, post-production took approximately 3.5 years due to the over 3,500 VFX sequences that the director and his wife and producing partner, Kiowa, had to render by themselves with no studio funding. Frank on The Harsh Truth had talked recently about people complaining that Hollywood was out of ideas. The movie-making industry is more than just Hollywood, much more. The indie film world is blooming and blossoming and exploding. So if you don't want to look at Hollywood, look elsewhere. Tubi, Plex, Film Awesome, F Awesome. They have lots of movies that are outside the Hollywood mainstream. Use the Internet Movie Database to look up independent film. There's plenty out there that's really good, that's not being hampered by the studio executives and their weird decisions driven solely by money. So if you can find any of these films that I've mentioned, please do. They're great.
Do what he said. Yeah.
Yes, Tex is the man. I watch more indie / low budget films than anything. Me too. There's a whole lot to be learned by watching low budget. Don't ignore the mainstream entirely, but there's so much out there that you're not going to see if you're not paying attention, if you're only paying attention, to what the big studios are pumping out every year. There's a world out there. You need to find it.
I completely agree with you.
Yes. And that is our show for this week. We weren't here last week, and I kind of enjoyed the time off. It's a good idea to, recharge and reset every once in a while, I find.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. You come back a little. I mean, we were dragging a little bit, but we picked it up. Yeah, it's, especially when you're trying to, live your life to it. I mean, I can't lie. I enjoyed it too. I really did. So it was nice just not to have. And I'm not playing softball anymore. My leg's been really bothering me, so I had to stop. So it was actually nice to have a week of nothing. We rehearsed, and the rehearsing's not for me, so it was awesome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. I will not be here next week. I'll do what he wants to do. Maybe there'll be a run-in by a redneck. I am actually going to be up in Prince George / Mackenzie. Monday night will be my first night in Mackenzie. I haven't seen my father in about a year now, so I will be dedicating that time up there to be spending with him. So
please give your parents a big hug from me.
I most definitely will. So
excellent. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next week. Maybe there will be a show, maybe not. I do love the time off, but as Nick has said in the past, I love doing this show.
Me too.
I love the banter. I love reading everyone's comments. I love playing the stupid videos. I love it all. But I love being lazy too.
100%. Can't 100%.
I don't know. Maybe I'll flip a coin on this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll put up a poll. So have a look at the posts page of our YouTube channel. Maybe there'll be a poll there. Maybe there'll be a, hey, we're not doing a show next week. I have no idea. But for all of our Canadian brethren, a very happy Canada Day. To those of you outside of the country, thank you so much for watching us. We really appreciate it. Even if you don't wish us a happy Canada Day, that is fine. We will have that on behalf for you.
And we will say, I will be on the Harsh Truth Thursday, but I will say now, and happy Independence Day to the Americans that will not be watching us. But please come over and watch. You should always be watching Frank and the boys, but please come watch us and join us Thursday. That's a preemptive, strike to American independence. July 4th. Well, it is Independence Day, isn't it? July 4th is Thursday, right?
Friday.
Right? Friday. There's your warm-up. Come watch Jaws, join us, and then get completely shit-faced on Friday.
And do not drink and mess around with fireworks, lest you become a statistic of people who lose digits and have to go to the hospital that night.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or day. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who is here for the moment or the duration, including Lady Cora. Great to see you again. The always sloshed but enjoyable and lovely Ginger, Bolo and Alma, Tex, Chad, Frank, Casey, and Ryan. People who we have not seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Overseer, Beverly, Svelte Brody, Shlomo, Rilly, Junior, Van, coos to him, Edward Blake, Rashid Jurgens, Freak Nasty Bum Sex, Wild Bill, Mr. Garner, Gordon, Penny, Trish, Jen, Tamara, my friends Sarah, Chantel, and Teresa, our friends Matt, James, Jared, Kathy Fraser, Sheena, and the future champion of the galaxy, Dewey Robson. 2 Trevors, 2 Cindys, all 3 Jolenes. That should be a shot. Nathan, Nick's mom and dad, my aunties, Di and Kathy, and cousins Lisa and Adam. And of course, shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. A deadly fungus has been turned into a potent cancer-fighting compound after researchers isolated a new class of molecules from it. Gloria Pouchfonte's quiche-smelling uterus was recently used in a test against leukemia cells. The result? A promising cancer-killing compound that rivals FDA-approved drugs and opens up new frontiers in the discovery of more fungal medicines. That's just more of the good news that we hope to bring you in the future. Unfortunately, that good news might not be here next week. We will see what happens. But until then, buenos noches.
Bye!
Okay. Okay.
Watch the floor, because you'll slip. Watch the floor. Jen! Just told you to watch the floor.